What's going on, everybody? This is Jinx. Welcome back to our playthrough through Assassin's Creed 2. So, where we left off, we had just spoken to our father and he asked us to go see how we could help out the rest of our family members. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, let's read our database entry first. Ezio Auditore, born 1463. Alright, so he was born in 63 and this is 76, so he's 13. Okay. The youngest of the Auditore children, Petruchio was described as having a weak constitution by Giovanni Auditore in a letter to Lorenzo de' Medici soon after the boy's birth. Apparently, he didn't improve with time. Petruchio was pulled from school due to illness when he was 12, and according to records from the family doctor, was confined to bed. No other data exists after that, so it's probable he eventually succumbed to his illness. Aww. Alright, let's talk to him.
What are you doing out here, Petruccio? You should be in bed.
I want those feathers.
What for?
It's a secret.
If I get them for you, will you go back inside?
Yes, I promise.
Petruccio's secret. Obtain eagle feathers for Petruchio before he gets in trouble for sneaking out of bed. Va bene, we can do that. Collect all the feathers, 2.5 minutes. Oh boy, okay. Let's head up here. Our first feather. Feather number 2. Feather number 3. Return the feathers to Petruchio. Oh, and the timer has stopped. Santa Trinita, we already read that one.
Most impressive.
There we go. I don't know why we have to knock on our own door.
Here, as promised.
Grazie, brother.
You still haven't told me why you want these.
I will. In time.
Alright, let's see how we can help our mother. Maria Auditore, born 1432, writer and noble. I grow tired of these walls that surround me and am bored with safety. Now is the time to make a decision. I will go out there and see what my life may truly be. Maria wrote those words when she was 16, a week before she met Giovanni Auditore. Born into the powerful banking family of the Mazzi, Maria is one, or Mozzi? Mazzi? Not sure. Maria is one of the most famous historical sources of the time period due to her multi-volume diary, which has been translated by several notable scholars and is on display in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. With funding from her parents, Maria opened up a bakery in the courtyard of her family palazzo, which she transformed into an artistic gathering place. It was there that she met a man with such conviction I found myself rooted to the spot, unable to look anywhere else. That man was Giovanni Auditore. Maria and Giovanni were married in 1450. Maria's diary entries continue for the next few decades, describing her patronage of several up-and-coming artists and her trials as a mother, at which point she abruptly abandons her writing to the disappointment of historians everywhere. Okay, let's speak with her.
Buongiorno, Ezio.
Buongiorno a voi, madre. Come state?
Sto bene. And you? Still recovering from last night?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not. Anyway, I have an errand to run. I'd like you to join me.
Con piacere.
Come, it's not far from here.
Friend of the family. Help Maria with her errand. Okay. Follow.
I know about your fight with Vieri.
What fight?
Per piacere. Let's not play this game.
He spoke ill of us. I could not allow him to continue.
I'm sure he's having a hard time dealing with the accusations against his father. Francesco di Pazzi is many things, and none of them good. But even I never suspected he'd be capable of murder.
What will happen to him?
I imagine there will be a trial.
Will father speak at it?
He'll have to. He's the one with the evidence.
Still, I wish there was another way.
You've nothing to fear. Everyone wants justice done. It is an unfortunate state of affairs, but it will pass.
Oh, new database entry. Thanks. Rebecca84 says it looks like the Templars are using the banking network to transport their money. I bet you could snag some of that cash. I bet you I'm going to. With the advent of double-entry bookkeeping, which allowed bankers to keep track of their clients' deposits and withdrawals, and the proliferation of many different types of Italian currency into the pool of circulation, banks became an essential part of everyday Renaissance life. Banks technically couldn't make money on their money because the Catholic Church forbade the charging of interest. But in practice, this restriction wasn't followed by bankers, or even by the Vatican, which participated in the banking system and required banks to pay the Pope gifts in proportion to the amount of money he had deposited with them. As long as it isn't called interest, God won't notice, right? Ooh. Oh, okay, fine. We'll get the money later. Bottega di Leonardo da Firenze. Leonardo da Vinci opened his own studio after completing his apprenticeship to Verrocchio, one of the most successful Florentine artists of the day. Between 1476 and 1481, Leonardo probably continued to collaborate with Verrocchio, although no one is quite sure what he was working on. In 1481, he was given his first commission by the monks of San Donato a Scopeto to paint the Adoration of the Magi. In true Da Vinci style, he began the painting, but never finished it.
Here we are. Hello, Leonardo.
Madonna Maria.
This is my son, Ezio.
Molto onorato.
L'onore è mio.
Let me go and fetch the paintings. I'll be right back.
He's very talented.
Immagino.
Self-expression is vital to understanding and enjoying life. You should find an outlet.
I have plenty of outlets.
I meant besides vaginas.
Mother.
Back to your house then.
Si. Ezio, help Leonardo, will you?
And of course, by help Leonardo, you mean do everything.
So
Got
Ezio,
it?
what do you do?
He's been working for his father.
Ah, you're to
Can
be
I
a
move
banker.
faster? Yes, I
For
can.
now. And you? Art, was it?
Truth be told, it's been difficult for me to settle. Painting is nice, but I often feel like my work lacks, I don't know, a purpose. Does that make sense? I'd rather contribute more practically, more directly. Architecture, perhaps, or anatomy. I'm not content merely to capture the world. I want to change it.
Oh, Leonardo, I have no doubt you'll go on to do great things.
Vi ringrazio, Madonna. That's kind of you.
Thank you for your help, son. Don't let me keep you from your other duties.
It was nice.
Alright, Leonardo da Vinci, born 1452. Painter, inventor, designer, architect, scientist, and engineer. The illegitimate son of a notary and a peasant woman, Leonardo da Vinci was raised in Tuscany. Like many destined to be superstars, he had no surname, Vinci being the town in which he was born. At age 14, he was apprenticed to a Florentine painter, Verrocchio, who taught him chemistry, drafting, painting, sculpting, and modeling. When he was 20, Leonardo established his own workshop and then traveled across Italy, eventually painting his great masterpieces The Last Supper in 1498 and the Mona Lisa in 1503 to 1507. During his travels, Leonardo studied the world with unquenchable curiosity, recording his observations in mirror writing within his notebooks. He created designs for a helicopter, tank, solar power, and a calculator, among others. He was also an engineer, designing garrisons, cannons, and movable barricades. Despite this epic list of accomplishments, Leonardo was hounded by his patrons for his chronic procrastination. Pieces frequently took years longer than he anticipated, and many were never finished at all. Leonardo also had a tumultuous love life. Accused of sodomy in 1476, he was most likely homosexual. Salai, his assistant, was accused of stealing and spending too much money on clothes, but was also probably Leonardo's lover. Leonardo painted several pictures of Salai, including his famous St. John the Baptist, and left the Mona Lisa to him when he died in 1519.
To meet you, Ezio. I hope our paths cross again.
Anch'io.
Alright. Friend of the family, memory synced. So, Claudia Auditore. Born 1461, so she would be 15, right? Let's see. Yeah, 15. The third child of Giovanni and Maria Auditore and the first girl in the family, Claudia seems to have been a bit of a spoiled brat. It looks like her parents had to raise her dowry by 1,000 florins after she scared away all her potential suitors. A report from her school indicates she once attacked another girl for looking at her boyfriend, and knocked her out cold. On the plus side, she's Ezio's sister, so you should be safe.
Hey, Claudia. How are you?
Bene.
You shouldn't keep things from me.
It's Duccio.
What of him?
I think he's been unfaithful.
Who told you this?
The other girls. I thought they were my friends.
Harpies. You're better off without them.
I loved him.
No, Claudia. You only thought you did.
He should suffer for what he's done.
Wait here.
Those eyes.
I'll go have a word with him.
Find and punish Duccio. Okay, the fogged map is really going to drive me crazy. I really need to hit some viewpoints. I don't like not seeing where I'm going. Oh look, there's a viewpoint right here. We're gonna get it. I need to be able to see. Giotto's Campanile. Begun by Giotto da Bondone, the famous architect and painter, in 1334, this famous Gothic bell tower was incomplete when Giotto died. Andrea Pisano took over and then in 1348 was felled by the Black Death. And I apologize if I butcher the Italian. I'm doing my best. In 1359, the tower was completed by Francesco Talenti, who deviated from Giotto's plan in his design of the upper 3 floors. He enlarged each floor to match the previous according to perspective, so when seen from below, all 3 floors seem to be exactly the same size. The tower is clad with white marble from Carrara, red marble from Siena, and green marble from Prato. It takes exactly 414 steps to reach the top, perhaps predicting Charles Messier's discovery of the Whirlpool galaxy exactly 414 years later. Or perhaps not. Yeah, Sean, I'm gonna go with perhaps not. Oh, should we beat these guys up? Oh, another entry. Santa Maria del Fiore. One of Italy's largest churches and the largest landmark in Florence, Santa Maria del Fiore is considered by many to be the first masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. Although the church was designed by Arnolfo di Cambio in 1296, the dome was not started until the beginning of the 15th century. With Cambio long dead, none of the architects at that time had any idea how to construct such an enormous structure, since the use of buttresses was forbidden in Florence, and mortar took several days to set. But all was not lost. In an amazing comeback story, Filippo Brunicelli, an architect who'd been defeated in an earlier bid to design the baptistry doors, won the competition to build the dome. He beat out Lorenzo Ghiberti, the same artist he'd lost to before. Brunicelli invented machines to hoist the bricks needed for the dome up to the workers, and was able to construct the entire dome without using centering, a support structure to hold the dome in place while bricks were laid. Containing over 4 million bricks, the dome was completed in 1436. The lantern was added after Brunicelli's death in 1446, and supposedly contains holy relics. However, there were several rumors that in fact an entire tomb of unknown origin is located inside. Okay, we'll leave those guys for the moment. Let's focus on climbing up here. Climb, 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 climb. Ooh, treasure. And more treasure. Cool, so that's treasure we won't have to come back for later. Wait, can I go up here? Oh, I can. Cool. And synchronize. Alright, map updated. That should help a little. Leap of faith. Alright, now we'll deal with these guys.
They'd better not be looking for trouble. And we'll do a little looting, because that's what we do. It's practice. It's practice for Vieri, or for Duccio.
Duccio! It's beautiful!
Nothing but the best for you, amore mio.
But what of Claudia? I thought you'd been promised to her.
My father said I could do much better than an auditore.
Ah! Birbante! Come, let us walk a bit.
What? I had something else in mind.
Oh, Duccio.
Ehi, lurido porco!
Ezio, my friend. Ah! Ma che ti piglia?
You insult my sister, parading around with this puttana.
What are you talking about?
I saw the gift you gave her.
Or the things you said.
Maybe your sister shouldn't be so stingy with her virtù.
You broke her heart.
Ha! And now I'm going to break your face.
I don't think so.
You auditores all talk big, but when it comes time for action, ha!
You'll regret ever opening your mouth.
I could have taught your sister. She's lucky to have had someone like me.
Oh,
Bastardo!
stomp on his no. That's gotta hurt. Stomp on his nuts again.
Basta! Mi arrendo!
Stay away from my sister!
Alright, beat up events are now available. Cool. Alright, so the next memory is back here with our father. But I think we might do some viewpoints next. So I'm going to split this video here, and the next one I'm going to do some viewpoints. So that's the plan, so I'll be right back.